What up, beautiful people? My name is Bonankau.
What up, what up, what up, what up? You guys already know by now. I don't have to introduce myself anymore.
Yeah, guys, we're on episode 9. Today we really thought we should talk about money, chasing money. For young people, they invest a lot into chasing money. Like people also need to understand that money is a long game. Some people want to do something today and already start making money. So the people who are making a lot of money have put in a lot of time. So yeah, we just mostly focused on the young people just to say, guys, the money, it's a long game. Don't rush yourself.
Yeah, because people end up doing, illegal things and like there's people who generally ended up in jail because somebody came to you with this great idea to make money really
Quick
quickly
plan,
and
yeah.
you fell for it because maybe you're desperate with your bills and whatever other issues you may have in your life. There's people who've genuinely went to jail because of these quick opportunities. Somebody comes and presents an opportunity, and
50,000
you know
tomorrow returns.
you and people end up doing illegal things. I know, like, for a fact, in Rustenburg, one of the most challenging, or one of the things that people used to do, or not just in Rustenburg, but the whole illegal mining thing, like, was a big thing once upon a time, that people are mining illegally. And it also goes to how people just want to get money really quickly, and it doesn't always happen like that. Even, like, however much you earn at work or whatever, it will gradually take time for you to earn more,
Yeah.
so
So yeah, also as people, we just have to take the time to get experience first. The most beautiful thing is the experience. The experience allows you just to enjoy the journey, to be
yeah.
part of something that's amazing. Because sometimes, most of the time, a lot of people just want money immediately. Like sometimes we can do a collaboration. Why do I have to pay you? Why do you have to pay me? You don't have to. We can just, I bring my skill, maybe you bring your skill, you bring your resources, I bring my resources, and we do a collaboration, and it benefits both of us because now we've created something that can, be pushed out. So sometimes young people, even if you want to give them an opportunity, it's always on some, what am I earning
Yeah.
now? So what am I earning now always makes people miss out on the opportunity and making the money. So sometimes people have lost opportunities because they're just so focused of, what am I getting?
And
How
that
much?
comes with, obviously, how sometimes people are in, like, desperate situations where, like, those type of opportunities,
Yeah.
when they present themselves, the illegal opportunities I'm talking about, like, people jump on that because of how desperate people become, so we need to, like you're saying, if people obviously focus on collaborating, like, you need to look at, you can work with a lot of people to make money. Like, there's people who
Yeah.
are doing different things. There's people making money through baking, people making money through painting, to
Music,
music, whatever you're
fashion.
making money in. Like, you need to find that the passion that you have that can help you overcome these challenges and obstacles. Because one of the things that people don't tell you about trying to make money is that you also lose a lot of money and also don't make money on your way to making money,
Mm.
which is, like, very complex.
Yeah. It's
So
like, you are investor now, but you're
invest
gonna pay
now.
now what you're gonna get in
If you
later.
invest now in yourself and in your skills and in who you are, and, like, there's people who are, you need to also, like, think about making money. I've realized that people who make money, like people who make a lot of money, they take time to think about plans and goals and writing that stuff down to actually go and do this stuff, because we need to be intentional about it.
Yeah,
If you say you want to make money, or you want to, create some sort of income for yourself, whatever the case may be, there's some sort of intention
yeah.
behind that for you to make it.
It's just about also making a plan. Like as a young person, like we're seeing, this is more for like people who don't really like want to work full time, for example, but they want to make money. So there's different ways to make money. You can be good at making beats, bro. You can sell your beats. You can collaborate with people who want your beats. There's so many things. You can be a photographer. There's even photography is so broad, where you can be like a wedding photographer. You can be like a
Graduations,
graduation photographer. You can be like a club photographer. So you
schools,
gotta start small, and sometimes people always want that big. We all want that big money, but that small money that comes in, that 1,000, that 500 rand, that 700, that money goes a long way into
yeah.
you doing what you actually can do with it. So it young people also have to just take their time and realize this is like a journey, bro. You're not gonna make money in the
It's
first year,
obviously
second
social
year.
media, the pressure that comes from
Social
social
media.
media. Like, people obviously when they post, they're not necessarily always showing you like their full life. Sometimes you don't
You filter
you're
out.
jealous of someone's picture, you know, you're jealous of a picture someone posted, and now you think, this person's living better than me, or this and that, and it's like, dude, it was just a really dope picture that they took that makes it look like like they're living like that. You know what I mean? So don't be jealous of other people also, because that's when people start comparing themselves. That's when people start trying to sabotage other people, and it's like, dude, you need to work on your skills so that you can make money legally. You know, that's one of the things that I like to preach to people. Like, as much as we all want to make money and drive these cars and live in a house like this, or try and look like you're balling when you're not balling, like, it takes time to make money. It's not overnight, and like, do it right. Like, don't fall for the illegal things, because there's people, you know, there's examples of people who transport mules. They were transporting drugs, where, you know,
From one country to
these
another.
these drug lords or whatever, they use these people who are naive also to be like, okay, please transport these drugs to wherever, we're gonna tape it around your body, whatever. Then you get that side, and then they caught you, and like, you're gonna face those charges alone. I think I was watching a podcast where some lady actually mentioned that she was like a drug mule also, and then she went to, I don't know if it was Brazil or what,
Yeah.
but she got caught, and like, she had to face all of that music alone.
Roma, 14 years now, you're gonna go 14 years, one man.
You know,
Bruh. The people can't do anything for you, even your rich uncle. So with us, it's like, just take your time, learn about your industry. What do you want to do? Sometimes your hustle is that thing that you do on the weekend. Like, if you have a full-time job, maybe a weekend you are baking, or you're doing catering, or you're doing people's even if you're an accountant, for example, you can be an accountant for small businesses. Maybe you work at this accounting firm, but on the side, small businesses that you can approach. Yo, let me do your books for you. I'll charge you this much per month, bro.
obviously
That's
that
how you
makes
make
sense.
extra
Yeah.
income. You have to focus on, you have your main income, trying to grow that, and then also getting other income through your other skills and through networking. But to make money, you gotta know people, you gotta shake hands, you gotta be within the people. You can't
Gotta be
make money
intentional.
from your room, just unless, obviously, it depends if what you're doing. But you gotta know people, you gotta know things, you gotta be aware of, like, I actually want to make money. How much do I want to make? Because some people are earning whatever amount you're earning, but because you're not making any changes, whatever, you can be earning that for like 5 years, maybe just being increased by
Same salary.
300 or 400 or 1,000, whichever amount per year. But some people also don't grow. Like, intention, money is intentional. You gotta know, this is what I want, this is how much I want. Obviously, you can't put really like a figure to how much money you want to earn in your lifetime, but you can earn as much as possible, bro. The world has changed. You can make money cleanly. You can make money doing different things. Some people left South Africa to go teach in China. Some people, you gotta be flexible also. Like, there's different ways, like marketing.
There's different ways, like, even within the space you're in, like, you know, there's people who, and I've realized this a lot, when there's like only construction sites and stuff, there's these boma lady or these ladies who come and set up and they sell food, you know. So those are people who are able to identify opportunities to make money, because you also have to be able to identify the opportunities. You know, people who sell food outside at Groove, those people make money because it's an opportunity to know that, okay, people are gonna go drink, and then later when they're drunk and whatever, they're gonna want food, and you're there to, you know. Don't also be ashamed. I remember we had a friend who went to work at a petrol garage because we had to raise money. So obviously he didn't have the money at the time, but he just literally said, I'm gonna go apply for a job to be a petrol attendant for like 2 months or whatever it was, and he raised the money that
Man,
he had
make
to
a plan.
raise. You know, like, it's also about being intentional. Like, it's not always gonna look as nice as you think it is in the beginning. Like, people need to also learn to start small, and also not be ashamed to be
This
seen.
is how we started making money. You
Yeah.
started with 100 rands, selling a cab for 100 for
Going to
a
make
year or
like
two.
100.
Then you go make 1,000. After 1,000, you start playing in the 10Ks. After the 10Ks, you start playing 100. After 100, you start playing in the ends. So it's a level to this thing. So sometimes
And it
people
takes
want
time,
to
yeah.
skip, like, catch it. Like, Hotsara Lotto is like, also in our community, is like wishful thinking, bro. Everybody thinks they can catch the lotto, give me these numbers, but we know people who've been playing lotto for all years, bro.
Dude, and how much money do they give into lotto? all those 2 rands a month or 2 rand every whatever, you know, how much money that person spend on
Yeah.
that.
Tjhelete not just wishful thinking. Like, you gotta make a plan. You gotta write down your goals. You gotta think, oh, if I can charge this person this much. Guys, now there's things like Canva, bro. There's things like you can make
Use an
posters.
app
You can
to-
use an app to make money. You can make money from
Just an
wherever you
app,
are,
yeah.
you know. So we have to be flexible. You can't just sit at home and say, me, I'm just waiting, I'm just chilling, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. No, what you're gonna do with your life is to start making money and figure out, how do I make money. There's some people also who want to hit scalar, like, okay, cool, somebody who goes to like for university and then they get a degree, but then after the degree they chill, you know.
Yeah,
Or
till
say
the work is done.
it's like, okay, you got your degree, or even while you're getting your degree, work, bro. Don't be ashamed. You know, sometimes there's people who are ashamed. Go start as the waiter, go start as the petrol attendant, go start as somebody who's just selling caps off the street, somebody who's just selling acha. People, acha business, bro. Acha businesses. Some acha business took people to schools, families through schools and varsities and whatever, because somebody was just flipping acha. Like, small money is money, guys. Sometimes don't overlook that 100 rand that you're gonna get, the 200, the 1,000, 1.5. That's how you start building a profile. You gotta build yourself.
Yeah, and I believe obviously in our line of work as businesses, you want to also not be worried, like, yo, I did this illegal thing and now I'm worried the cops are looking for me or whatever. Or you might do something illegal now and then it only catches up to you in the next 10 years they come for you, you know. So you want to also have like a clean conscience. Hore, I'm not doing anything illegal. Every amount of
Everything is
money that's
above board.
coming into my business is, you know, legit. It's, you know, like it's hard. You went to earn it like the hard way, and that's what's rewarding, because that type of money stays. You know, when you get money quickly that you didn't work for, that you didn't hustle, had to hustle hard for, like, that money you're gonna just kick it quickly, like if I like a baby. So
Even a lot of, like, to young girls also, it's like, not every girl has to go through like that sugar daddy route of, hey, I need a man who's gonna give me this money so that I can live my life soft and what. As ladies, is like, also push that independence, bro. You know, a woman who has her own money has, it's like, it's a different league to a woman who's depending on somebody. It's like, you gotta push as young people to say, I want to earn for myself. The world will mess you up with this mentality of, hey, this person must do this for me, or my parents will pay for me anything I need. You know, after a certain age, even with your parents, it has to be like, they gotta stop. You know, you gotta stop saying, mom or dad, I need the money, I need what. You gotta go make your own money.
Allowance at 40, bro.
You gotta, you know, you're getting an allowance or motona. You just have to be like young and push like different ways to make money. Facebook is even paying people for content now. You just post videos, you get this dope algorithm. At the end of the month, you made your 15,000 just off content.
Just off content.
So the world has changed. Like,
but even that content, people work for it. You know, sometimes people, you think someone just posted a video, and there's people who are actually intentional about creating content, and they wake up and they schedule and they write the plans, like content for the week. There's people who put in time, and those type of people are making money. It's not the person who just looks at it as like, one of those things who's making money. It's the person who's actually intentional about doing it that makes the money.
Think about somebody who sells like a quarter. You know, people sometimes will be sitting at home just, I don't have money, I'm broke, whatever. Like, bro, why don't you go make quarters? Sell quarters, you go in your car, or sell. Imagine the quarter business, a 40 rand, 90 rand, 40 rand. In a day, how many quarters can you sell? But obviously now it's like, you've got social media, you can brand it, you can take dope videos. There's Mr. Delivery in your area, you can be delivering your quarters, have a nice packaging. As people, we just have to be innovative. We have to leave this mentality of, hey, we don't have money, what, papa. Gotta make your
and
money.
going back to what you were mentioning about, obviously, the girls who need to depend on themselves. If we remove the whole sugar daddy thing, like, that also plays a big role in high unemployment, I believe. Like, the whole mentality of thinking, I need to depend on someone else, whether it's your parents or sugar daddy or whatever. If you have obviously this entitlement that, now my mom's supposed to do everything, or my sugar daddy's gonna pay for all my stuff, and
but my sugar mommy, some
sugar
guys who have
been lucky enough to have sugar
mommy. Sugar mommy also, yo. So it sounds nice, but at the end of the day, it's like somebody controls you because they're giving you money. So now it's like, even your parents, when they're giving you that control of that money. It's like, I'm gonna come home, or you do this, hey, stop this. So anybody who's giving you money as an adult has control over you, your time, anything, you know.
So that's something that, people need to look at. Like, you also, the whole independence thing that we're really talking about is just being able to make your own decisions and having your own life, and not having to, because when you depend on people financially, guys, it's they sort of control you and they own you in a way, like,
It's different. It's different from when you're working. When you're working, they're not controlling you because you bring that value to the business, and at the end of the month, the business has to give you your money. But it's different to somebody who's just chilling and say, there's don't send a internet. I should create notification, please, Baba.
Yeah.
So as young people, bro, make money. You don't need permission from your parents to start making a 10K, 20K, 30K. But you can have to start small, like push as 20 rand products, whatever we can do. Let's push it.
Services, dude. Like,
services. People are good. Some people are dope graphic designers, but they're just sitting watching Netflix the whole day instead of creating a poster that says, I'm doing services for companies that need posters at this much. This is my work.
And people are sort of also like afraid to post and show people, like, this is what I do. This is a service that I offer. Like, there's some sort of being ashamed or thinking, hey, people are gonna think I'm broke or whatever. But it's like, to promote your services. Like, what do you offer? What can you do for other people? Because people are willing to pay. Like, the reason why things like Uber and all these brands take a lot, and all these things are so big and they're making so much money, is that people are willing to pay for convenience. So what type of convenience service can you provide to other people where they can pay you, like, really well,
Guys, push content. Now content is like the new currency. If you're a young person who's got a phone and you've kind of got this idea, or you funny, or your videos are romantic, or whatever that it is that you can do, is like push content. Like, take videos, push them online, let people see. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes as young people we're waiting for that perfect. Let me shoot this video. I should have said this. Oh, let me start this again. And people really want to see that authentic self, that personality. Like, shoot your content, post your stuff. Before you know it, you now the fact that content is paying is like, guys, what more do you want? They're not asking for your CVs.
Even like brands and stuff are willing to work with just people who have followers or people who are influential online. There's brands that are even the brands now are reaching out to the influencers, like, hey, we'd like you to be a part of this campaign and we'll pay you this certain amount
of sell like, products also.
Even being able to sell yourself as a brand, like you being the product, you being the service, you being the thing, like, because people are getting paid just to associate themselves with
guys,
big
let's
brands.
Make money,
and big corporate brands are also willing to pay. Like, they're willing to pay for the influence now. We're the young people. They want the young people. They're willing to pay you to get them the young people. So your level of influence and just knowing that you as a brand can sell, like you as who you are and what you portray and what you represent, can be what brings in the money. Or it could be a service you provide, whether you provide a gardening service or you provide a photography service or whatever.
Even cleaning, bro. Being a helper.
Service what can you do for people? Like,
just have to start small and push yourself. But let's make money. There's no more excuse of you gotta be capped of I can only make this much. It's like there's no limit. You can make as much money as you want, but there is obviously a sacrifice attached to it. Like, what are you gonna sacrifice so that you can get to that level of income that you want? And when you sacrifice, there's a lot of things behind the scenes. It's like you gotta be researching, reading. You gotta be attending events. You gotta be developing yourself. You can't expect to make money with the same level of thinking you had in matric, bro.
And the same level of work ethic you had last year or the year before. Like, we always have to evolve, man. That's how we're gonna change our lives,
let's push the talent, let's push the passion. Don't rush the money. It's gonna take years, especially if you just started working. We fresh off a year, fresh off 2 years, you just 6 months in. It's like now's the time to build yourself, build the systems, learn how things are done, learn the who's who, and be making whatever you're making for now. It's not always about making that money, always that big money now, that lump sum, that big money.
It doesn't always come now.
It's a longevity thing, because now you have to build that foundation. You have to understand. You have to, customers wanted the refunds. With us also with our business, we've been through the ups and downs where you've made your mistakes. You've invested this money, you lost it. You had to pay this. You had to the expenses are high, but you just have to do what you have to do. But it also forces you to debt. Also forces you to think like, how do I? Being broke is like, okay, you've been broke for the past 5 years. Okay, cool. There's no shame in being broke, but now it's been 5 years. Kilo broke. What can I do now? You gotta
just
now
to get that
think
young
yourself,
money,
push
like
yourself.
whoever thought about, shout out to this person, whoever thought about putting hubblies in clubs, that person revolutionized, if that's the word, né? That person changed the game for a lot of people. And just there's someone who thought about the concept of, okay, people smoke hubbly, people groove, why don't we sell the hubbly in the club? You're selling a service, and that service is making you money. So just people being able to think like that,
Think out the box,
like
bro.
a lot of people are making money now from that person's idea. There was one person who thought about, or two people, whoever it was, how about we start selling hubbly in the club?
Even the person, yes,
And that changed. Like there's people who are selling hubbly now in clubs, and making money off that person's idea.
Even those guys in town, like when you go downtown, there's these guys that
Photographers, yeah.
shoot you now. That thing was a trend. It started, I don't know if it started in Pretoria or Rustenburg, but everywhere in South Africa now, there's people downtown who are shooting, and that was somebody's idea. Somebody took that decision to say, if I can take a picture of somebody walking downtown and I'll charge this person 10 rand for this picture, how many pictures can I take in a day, bro?
So
you can.
And now, how many people are eating of that specific person's idea? So that's the whole point. Is like, there's also ideas that work.
Check what people are doing.
There's also ideas that work that you could take and implement.
Some people
like somebody's already thought for you. It's just about you executing. There's that opportunity for you to do that.
I heard. I was listening to like Napoleon Hill today, and he was saying something very profound. Like, anything you wanna do has already been done. Anything you wanna do in the world, anything you wanna do in life, somebody has already done it. Somebody has already. So your job is just to learn from those people, apply it to yourself, add a little bit of your magic to it, and then things begin to go. People always sometimes you start something, you leave it. You start something, you leave it. You started a food catering business, you left it. Now you're doing makeup, you left it. Now you're doing events, you left it. So it's like sometimes you can't make money if you're doing all these things. And another thing is, you can't make money if you're trying to do too many things at once.
Yeah.
Where the focus is, the results will follow. If you're trying to do too many things at once, you're gonna lose money. You're gonna exhaust yourself. You're gonna exhaust your resources. So focus on that one thing that I'm really good at this thing, and then that is gonna pay you more than any other thing can.
Yeah, do things legally, guys. Let's do things legally. That's the main thing. So
yeah, let's do things legally. Let's make money. If you wanna go the legal route, the illegal route, you better know your things.
You better know your things.
It's as much as illegal money is fast. It's not easy.
You
know what I mean? It's not easy. You gotta pay
you gotta also, if you're gonna do it like that illegally, like, be able to deal with the consequences when they come, because one of the main things that can happen is going to jail. So if you want to do it illegally, like, if that's something that you're willing to live with, okay, if I do get caught, I might go to jail.
Basically, anything is not easy. Illegal is hard, and legal is hard.
So illegal is fast.
But it's hard because imagine going to hit a heist now. It's not as easy as, hey guys, get out of the car, give us the money. You know what I mean? It's on some planning. We've got to hit the thing like this, and so if you're new to it, you can come there first day and then they charge you with a bullet on the cork.
If you look at Bobo King, El Chapo and those guys, like, when you look at those documentaries, those guys made a lot of money, but they went through
there was no peace of mind.
There was no peace of mind. There's bullets flying everywhere and everything.
So young people, let's make money, guys. It's 2025.
Legally, let's make money legally.
Yeah, legally. It's 2025. We've got this access to digital technology. You can even do somebody a proposal just of AI. You just throw what they want. AI does it. You charge somebody for it. So you gotta think out the box. Use what you have. It's not always what you lack. It's what you have that you can use to push yourself forward. So sometimes you're always looking at, I don't have this. If I had a camera, if I had a mic, if I had a kitchen, if I had use what you have, because if you continue to use what you have, then the world gives you what you need.
Yeah, so guys, peace out. Thank you guys for listening. Catch us on the next episode again.
Episode 9 wrapping up. Thank you guys for watching. You know what it is. Please like, follow, subscribe, please share, please comment. Yeah, it's a personal growth podcast, as we said. So thank you for those who are listening. Thank you if you made it this far. Yo, we are here.
Just realized my mic was low like this.
David.